and all my subs. A little bit of a change. My OCD got to me. Had to take some time off of work just to complete this. Um, it just was driving me crazy. I had a list of things I wanted to do for spring cleanup, and I got it all done. So I can go back to some projects. This was my last project. I still need to put a piece in between underneath. I don't necessarily need to put a support in because I've been climbing on it, but the 2x4s are separating, so I don't really care. But just that they are doing it is really acting making my OCD act up. So you might hear some peep peep peep. I got 8 peeps today. I did finally get my wife out to pick them out, and she was drained after that, but at least I got her outside. So they were kind of shivering in one spot, and I've got it up to over 70 degrees in here with my. It's only 60 degrees outside, but with my stove, I've got it over 70 degrees. So they're very warm. So I'm going to put blankets around them whenever I don't have the heat on. So I've got 3 days to get them used to this new environment that they're in. Take them away from 20 friends to just this 8. But I want to make them as comfortable as possible. They are a living creature. So back to projects. I have my projects, benches ready to go. This is more. I figured out what to do, where to put the grinder and everything. Was going to put my vise on the corner, but my side started hurting from hitting it on the corner before. So I could still put it on this corner because this cage isn't going to go anywhere for the next 2 months. And eventually I'll put a different cage in there, one that's taller that they can roost on. But still, 8 chickens in one cage. Eventually I'll have to fix my coop. Don't have a whole lot to do on it. A couple of doors need to be repaired, but I've been using it to put in my garden tools. Now, speaking of garden tools, the building that's attached to this building, there's a 6 by 12 or 11 and a half room. It may be 7, but it really, when my boy moved into this room, my son moved into this room, I threw all my tools in there, so it's been more of a tool shed. At one time, I had a tiller and a snowblower in there, so you couldn't even walk in the door. Plus, I have a bench for my chainsaw, a roll-around bench for my chainsaw. So I'm slowly cleaning that out. That's why I wanted to build these benches for all the storage underneath. All my bushcrafting stuff underneath this one, and all the rest of my tools and stuff underneath this one. I have a whole box that it's just my to-go tools to, go on a mission trip to repair houses. So I had that all ready to go for this Saturday, but that got canceled again. So that's why I work out of tool bags. I'm always on the move. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with it. I wanted to take today off, but it's just I can't figure out where to put this grinder, so I got to mount that, mount the sander, mount the drill press, maybe even move my vise, but that's not what this is about. So in order to take my mind off of this, I know this is kind of messy with the way I did this, so I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to show you guys how to make one of these. It's very simple, but I wanted to throw out another video since I did the bench thing, and I'm not getting a whole lot of hits on that. I don't really expect it. But I kind of try to look at the hits that I get on certain things to give you guys what you want. You know, like I said, this is for my family and friends to learn from what I know. You don't really learn. You don't live to be 55 years old and not learn something. I mean, I'm on my second career as a mechanic, so I noticed that you know, before I took that medicine from the VA, I was really good at meetings and you know, running meetings and, you know, managing projects. But I noticed during a meeting the other day with one of my organizations that my mind just wanders, and they had to kind of bring me back. And it's like, oh, look, squirrel. I don't know why that happens now, but I guess, you know, with the medicine that they took me to help me forget, and, you know, me getting older, I'm not as good as I used to be. But good thing I still remember how to do things, work with my hands. So that's one of my projects. The other project is a Coleman 245E stove, circa around 76, and 2 lanterns. I want to put manholes, or make sure the manholes are working. So I want to make sure all this stuff is functional, because you never know when the shift is going to happen, or some kind of instance that's going to happen to get rid of, you know, to make us lose power.
Okay, I'm back. I love that sound. So what I did with this last one, I'm going to take this tape off and kind of clean it up a little bit. I kind of threw it together when I was doing the foraging kit. Speaking of foraging, my son found a guy that grows all the medicinal mushrooms. So I'm going to try to find him. See if I can learn from him, you know. Now, at one time, the mushrooms, you're supposed to, like if you're doing morels, take a couple of morels, grind them up, liquefy them, and then spray them in an area where morels are going to grow, and you can grow your own. So, I'm not too sure if I missed my window, but I was watching a guy from PA, Adam Harrington. He's on Learn Your Land, and he's probably 100 miles away from me. And he was telling me that when the Mayflowers are already up, you should have already had morels. So I also didn't find any elm trees. I talked to my son, and he already hit those areas looking for elms and didn't find them. So, you know, you gotta learn your spots. So I gotta figure out another place to go. I'm not going to give up on that area anyway. So on this one, I have this level, I have wire. This level, I have fishing line. This level, I have fishing line. Thought I did one more. Yeah, there's another right here. So the idea is to take the tape off for whatever you need. Now I think I have 3 20-foot sections of fishing line. Didn't really measure it, so it's in between 20 and 30. I hope you don't hear the background. I got roofers out there cleaning my gutters, and we're patching the roof. Anyway, so I'm going to just show you how to rebuild this. So, you know, you could take however long. I always have extra PVC laying around, so even if it's dirty, it's still good. So now I have, this bench is kind of a project bench, you know, and I'm going to go ahead and do 2 of these because I went and got caps. You don't have to do caps, but I like to do caps. I could seal one or not. They don't match. Oh no. Take them back. These are actually cheaper than these, so I don't get what the difference is. But I'm sure it's a PSI thing. So I thought I left one of my bigger ones of these out, but I don't know where it is right now. Every time I straighten up, I either find some things and lose some other. But I'm telling you, I'm really pleased with the way this is because I've got tools and toolboxes on this side. I don't really go that far into it. I mean, since it's a 4-foot bench, I can go into the corner, but I have storage basically in corners. I just put these here just to stick them somewhere. I don't really need them anymore. So I could hit this with a grinder or a saw or whatever. But I'm trying to work my arms and hands a little bit more. I don't want them to send me to physical therapy so I can pedal a bicycle, you know. Cool. And do it again. Do it again. Do it again. So I know this isn't really much to a hobo reel, but I haven't seen anybody do this. I know Corporal Kelly, he actually had a glass kind of jar or vial, whatever, and it was thick. I think a cigar came in it, or even bigger, but it had a screw top on it. It was pretty cool, but it's glass. Oh no, I lost my cap. Oh, I'm not on the rollers, that's why. Yeah, I like to use different tools just to keep them going because I have some tools, you know, that sat in the barn for a while that are locked up. So I probably don't need this one, but I have this bucket of these. Oh, they're eating. Let's see. Straighten this out or cut it off. So that's that. Now the final one. I have tape on that. The final one you definitely want to tie off. And the whole idea is to use from here to here to here to here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some of this back. You could do this however way you want. Like I said, normally I take something from YouTube and try it out, see if it works. And I made a, you know, poor man's fishing rod or whatever it is. I did that wrong. Poor boy's fishing rod. I don't know. Hobo Rod. And all it is a stick with some line on it. What did I do here? Okay. to get these lights fixed over here now. I started putting LED lights in the shop, so there we go. Now I'm going to take this edge and just put it down here, tape it off. Okay, so I got a little bit sticking out. That way I'll know that this is the side that I'm using. Am I squeezing it? What happened here? Oh, it stopped turning. What it did. If I squeezed it too much. There we go. Oh, nuts. So, why am I making these? It's something light I could throw in my pack in case I ever get into a situation where I need to fish. I might need some protein for the night until I get rescued or whatever happens. I might, you know, if you think of everything that you want to carry in case you want to bug out, a whole fishing rod is not on my list. But this is pretty light too, so I can carry that. But you just got to pick your battles on what you're going to carry. Okay, now I got a bunch there, so I'm going to go ahead and tape some of this off because that's all my extra again. And this is, you know, my way to do this. You might have your own way or develop a different way. The good thing about this, there is no wrong or right way. Or there's no wrong way, I should say. The right way is your preference. I'm going to get it down to this edge. So now I know for sure that this tape is not going to come off. Or this, not the tape, the fishing line. So now I want to go about 20 feet or so. I mean, if you fish, you pretty much know how much is on your reel. And hopefully this, well, not hopefully, this spring I am going to get out and fish. I've been bugged to get out there and fish. Alright, so I want to go a little bit further in. And where's the rest of that? I want to leave a little bit out so I know which side I'm at. Okay, there we go. I mean, it's easy like that. It's easy like Sunday morning. YouTube will probably hit me about that too. Yeah, YouTube's kind of funny about what people say, what people do. I mean, I mean, I get not doing anything stupid, but some of the things that Corporal says is, I don't know. They're doing this to me. They're doing this to me. Anyway, so I noticed I have no hook on that. It's trash. You know what? I must have cut that off. So if I wanted to, I can take anything I want in here, right? I can throw a couple of those type of hooks in there. That's mainly the size that I use. Yeah, I think they're number 6. I don't remember, but I want to throw a couple of these small ones in here. I don't remember the numbers. That's not what this is about, me remembering. So, yeah, these are, some of these I just threw in there. I want to have a couple for the other one. So I got 3 in here. I'm going to go ahead and put those hooks in. Alright. Now, maybe if you don't want them on there, you could actually tape them on the outside. So if I don't have, you know, there's a couple of lures that may work. You know, these look like little fishies, but obviously you put that guy in there like that. So I don't know if that's going to fit now. Probably not. Yeah, so that didn't work. Anyway, I take a little, try to do a little bit of lures, mainly fishies, and I think orange worked really well. So I want to throw some of those in here. And again, you know, it's preference, whatever you want to throw in there. And then, now these are the weights I like to use. So I want to throw one of those in there and then some others. I can always use rocks too. The other thing, I'm going to throw a big bobby pin in there just in case I ever need one. So now a lot of people, they'll do a fishing kit, first aid kit, everything. So it's a little heavier than this one, but that's all you got to do. It's self-contained. So if you ever really need this, you'll have everything you need. At least, you know, for a couple days until you lose all your hooks. So that's all really I have for you today. God bless you. Take care. And I will catch you all on the flip side.